Greg Tepper, Dave Campbell's Texas Football and TexasFootball.com here at the State 7-on-7 tournament in Balmy College Station with the head coach of the North Crowley Panthers. Coming off a big win. It's Ray Gates. Coach, how are you, my friend?
Doing well, thank you.
Are you better now that you guys have a win under your belt?
Absolutely. You know, you come down here, you want your kids to play well, and when y'all threw us in there with some really good teams, starting out with Manville, very athletic team, and our guys came out and fought well, 26-20 win.
So I'm always interested in talking with coaches whenever you come to an event like this. Obviously, you know, you're going to run schemes that are close to what you want to run on Friday nights, but what are you looking to see from your guys in a situation like this?
For me, it's always, number one, competitive spirit. You know, I want to see our guys get out and compete. When you come to the State 7-on-7 tournament, you know you're going to play against really good quality teams and guys that, you know, have multiple offers. So I want to see our guys get out and compete, number one. And then number two, we want execution. How are we executing on our schemes from an offensive standpoint in the passing game, and then defensively, how we're tightening up our coverages. So those are two big things I'm looking for today.
This would be a different conversation if you were 0-1, though.
Oh, absolutely. I don't know if we'll be doing this interview right now if we were 0-1.
I've known you for a while, and I know that you hate losing more than you love winning.
Absolutely.
Now that you've had an opportunity, looking back on 2022, a special year, 12-1. I know it didn't end, you know, in a state championship like everybody's hoping, but when you take a look back on 2022, now you've had some time. How do you assess what you guys were able to do?
Well, we laid the foundation, you know, and that was huge. You know, I didn't know it was going to end up in a 12-1 season. You know, going into a job like North Crowley, first-time head coach, there are a lot of things that can easily go against you. But, you know, when you hire good people and you allow them to do what you have hired them to do, and then when you couple that with really good kids and parents in a community who's hungry for championship football, then you get the byproduct that we had this year. And so all of those things came together. It was a perfect storm. And like I said, we have had the opportunity to lay the foundation. And so now the expectation is, you know, every year, 3 rounds deep, bare minimum for us. So that's what we're hoping to do again this year.
Because the thing about watching your guys, when we would see just neutral fans, you're looking like man, for a guy with a first-year coach, these guys are bought in. It felt like you never doubted that you had everybody pulling the rope in the same direction.
Well, I believe, number one, our energy is contagious, you know, and the way that we approach practice, you know, it's no different than a game. So when you come and you watch us in practice, the energy level that we expect from our kids, we also show as coaches. And so when you have that cohesiveness between the coaches and the players, then that expectation is what you get every week. And one of the hardest things to do in high school football, one of the hardest things to do on Saturdays when you see guys are playing in college and even on the NFL, is to get your guys up week after week, even when they get to a point to where they realize that they're pretty good, and maybe the opponent that they have, you know, may be a lesser opponent, but you know, we always frame it with a headless opponent approach, and we try to stay consistent, you know, from week in and week out. So I thought we did a really good job of that last year.
Looking forward to your 2023 squad. Do you have a feeling quite yet on how this year's team may be different from last year's team?
Well, you know, games aren't won on paper, but I do feel like this group that we have this year is a more athletic team. I think we have a lot more weapons on the offensive side of the ball. We have 3 Division I receivers, a quarterback who is also a Division I quarterback. We have, you know, a running back who's a 4-star guy. So I think we have a lot of talent on the offensive side of the ball. And then you back that up on defense with 2 Division I D tackles. You got multiple guys in the secondary that are offered and talented guys. And then we have, you know, 4 linebackers that are coming back from that group last year. So we're really excited about this group. But again, like everything else, it all has to come together. The ingredients have to taste right when you bake it. And so 2023 is a different year. And so, you know, we definitely won't get paid off of 2022. And so we're trying to stay focused on what the future holds. But I feel like we have the bullets in the gun to go do it again.
And finally, Coach, we're out here. It's hot. You know, we're all trying to stay cool. You're a man who spends a lot of time outside, specifically around a pit. And so you have to be an expert in staying cool. Do you have any tips and tricks for us to stay cool?
Well, right now, pop up a tent, get you something cold to drink, and whatever it is that you do, that's what you need to do. So I don't have any great tricks.
Nothing special.
I'll tell you what I do have today. I bought the Ryobi, you know, 10-inch fan. You know, the cordless, so we have that. And, you know, Deion Sanders, you know, was promoting the Icy Breeze cooler, so we bought one of those for our kids.
Okay.
So, you know, Deion, hey, put me on payroll, put me on tab. I'm promoting the Icy Breeze. So if you're going to beat the heat, that's what we're doing.
It's Ray Gates, head coach North Crowley. Coach, appreciate your time, man.
Absolutely appreciate it.